everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Johanna, and if you are new, welcome. So today I am doing video number 5 out of my 7-day Halloween special. If you haven't watched any of my other Halloween videos, then they will be in the description below, all linked and ready for you to watch. So as you may have seen on my channel, I absolutely love Disney. Now, just because I love Disney doesn't mean I don't love horror movies, because on the side, I freaking love horror movies. I watched horror movies a lot growing up as a kid. When I say I watched it growing up, this is like from an early age, like 8. Did mean that I was afraid of the dark. I didn't like the dark at all. I used to sleep with a light on throughout most of my childhood, leading up to quite a late age. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my top horror movies. Hopefully this will give you some ideas on what to watch on Halloween. But before I start, if you want to know how I did this makeup, then that will be linked in the description below. It was the first of my 7 videos. And yeah, so let's get on with the video. Movie number 1 is obviously what I am right now, and that is Saw. If you haven't watched Saw, where have you been living? So there are a load of movies out. However, I only like the first 3. I think anything after that, they end up making the movie out to be some guy that just kills for the sake of killing. However, with the first few, there actually is a storyline to it, and it's really gruesome. So if you like that kind of graphic horror movie, then Saw is a must. However, yeah, I actually think it's quite good. I love how the first few movies link together. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Saw. So another movie I'd recommend is It. Now, I haven't recommended It because of the new recreation of it. I haven't actually watched the new It. Okay, so just a quick update from the future. I went to see the new It a few days ago, and I personally don't think it's as good as the older one. There's nothing really horror about it. Every time there's a scary scene, it's spoiled by something comical, and you end up laughing instead of being scared. Like, what's the point? So if you like if you like light-hearted horror movies, then this new Saw,
it's not Saw, it's It.
The new movie It is right up your street. So I'd love to know how you feel about the recreation of the movie. But the original It is amazing. So Stephen King writes the best novels and movies, so I would definitely recommend his books. They're amazing. It is definitely a must. If you have not seen the original, then watch the original. So the next recommendation are 2 movies. Now these I put together because they are of a similar category, which I actually don't really like that category, like Paranormal Activity and Insidious. I think they're silly, overdone, they don't scare me, it takes a lot to scare me, and they're so boring. Now a lot of you might disagree with me, but that's my personal opinion. I like to have something like more oomph, you know what I mean? Don't know the word. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the 2 that I actually did like are Conjuring and Annabelle. I loved the first Conjuring. I thought the storyline was pretty amazing, and it actually made me jump in some parts, and it doesn't have that first like whole hour of really nothing. So yeah, I really like Conjuring. And the second one is Annabelle. I loved the first movie of Annabelle, and I loved how the Conjuring and Annabelle like linked together as well. And I absolutely loved the most recent Annabelle, which is Annabelle Creations. I loved it. I thought the storyline was amazing. It genuinely made me jump. I don't really want to give any of these movies away, so I'm not really going to say much on them, but I would definitely recommend them 2 of that genre. And speaking of recent movies, I think it was last year or it was the year before, but it's definitely a movie that came out in the last 2 years, and that's Lights Out. Now, I don't know whether I like this movie because of how I watched it, but okay, it's a story, alright. I went on a trip with work. If you don't already know, I'm an air hostess and I fly around the world, and I was in Johannesburg. When I'm in Johannesburg, I get a free ticket to the cinema there, which is really generous of them, and I always watch a movie. Now this movie was out, and all the other crew wanted to watch a girly movie that I'd already watched, so I decided to watch this horror movie by myself. And I turn up at the cinema and no one arrives. I am at the cinema by myself in this massive room in the dark, and the movie is about something that kills in the dark as well. I was scared of the dark growing up for a very long time, so that brought back some feelings, and I was in a foreign country. I was freaking scared. I had my feet off the ground in the middle of the cinema watching this movie. I wanted to cry, like, oh my god, I was absolutely terrified. The person working there came in and noticed I was by myself, and I kind of saw her at the corner of my eye and then walked out, but I didn't really think much of it. I came out of the movie and the lady said to me, "You okay? I saw you alone." I was like, yeah, it was freaking scary. Like, by myself in a cinema, watching a horror movie in the dark in a foreign country is the scariest thing ever. And I would 100% not recommend that. However, the one thing that I would definitely recommend is the movie, and I thought the movie was amazing, the story was amazing, and yeah, so would definitely recommend that. So the next bunch of movies I absolutely love, and I personally feel it's the genre that scares me the most, and that's Japanese remakes, or Japanese movies in general. So that would include things like The Grudge and The Ring. Basically, this creepy girl is like terrifying. She's like this, and she like creeps through and she like crawls, and ugh, don't like it. It's pretty creepy, but I would definitely recommend them because they're the ones that make me jump the most and the ones that actually make me cover my eyes a little. So yeah, they're all the horror movies that I would definitely recommend watching if you haven't watched them. Comment down below your top 3 favourite horror movies. I would love to know them because I would definitely love some recommendation, because I have watched so many that there aren't really that many good ones out there that I haven't watched. So I hope this video gave you lots of inspiration and ideas of horror movies to watch around Halloween. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and down below press the subscribe button so you can see my next Halloween video tomorrow, which will be out at 6 PM GMT. So yes, thank you for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye!